flowers waiting around the bend. Baby, let's just...
What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick, and I'm back with the 4th season of Virtual Tailgate. Man, 2020 has been a crazy year. The hiatus has brought many things about. You can see behind me we've got some construction going on with the fence, or reconstruction, as I say, after the final hurricane of the season came through last week. However, times are what they are, but the holidays, they're still coming. They wait for no one. Now, with that said, turkeys, they have to be cooked, but there's a way to cook a turkey better than you've cooked it before. Many of us have smoked or roasted a turkey, and the dark meat is juicy and tender and falling apart to perfection, but that renders the breast meat woody and dry and unlikable. So what we've done is cut that in half. Let's separate the thighs and the legs from the breasts and the wings. What this will do is give us an opportunity to focus on the strengths and weaknesses of each part of the turkey, thus rendering a better final product. Without further ado, let's get started on the ultimate turkey. So what we have is our 8-pound bird here. It's been in the refrigerator for 3 days minimum. What you want to do is give your bird enough time to thaw out at a reasonable rate. You don't want to force thaw the bird or any type of protein that you have under running water, because what it'll do is start to break down those proteins. All right, so we let it relax in the refrigerator at about 40 degrees for 3 days minimum. Next, we're going to take this little indicator out. That, if that thing pops out when you're roasting or cooking your turkey, then you have overcooked it. That's really what that indicator's for. All right, we've got some plastic bird, these little truss deals. It kind of keeps your turkey in shape while it's freezing, easy to pack, whatnot. There's also some goodies inside for the gravy. Usually got a neck, maybe have some giblets. This one does not, lucky me. Touche, there's a front cavity as well. That's where the giblets, heart, liver, gizzard things are. Also good for the rice dressing, things like that. You want to separate the white and the dark meat, just because you want the perfect flavor, texture, doneness. So what I'm going to do, you just run your knife right down that crease. It kind of tells you where to go. And just go, and it's not even a big deal. We're going to just take off this back section of the legs and the thigh, and you know, you want it in one piece until you figure out what you like as far as how you're going to prepare this bottom section. You can take it off and quarter it like you would a chicken, but you can see it came apart really easily there. And we're just going to set that. My main focus always is the crown, they call it, or the breast and the wing section here. This one is my favorite. It's what I focus on. So we have that all intact. That's your showpiece. When you put it on the platter and it's done, you can set it up properly and have your dark meat out in front of it. That's the goal. So we have the breast and wing sections, and you go to the brine. What I have here is 2 gallons of water, 2 cups of salt. You just want to make sure you don't have any salt settling at the bottom of your container. So just put our breast section in there, and we're going to cover it up. And keep that in your refrigerator overnight. Will do no less than 8 hours if you can. So, ready to roll. Now we'll move on to the dark meat. So now the turkey is separated. We've got our white and our dark meat all ready to go. You're gonna wanna make sure you have a clean and dry piece of meat here when we roast this. To get the crispiest skin, you're gonna wanna render this fat, and you don't wanna steam it. And the extra moisture that you'll have on there is going to inhibit a crispy skin. It's going to give you a more tender skin. Take some olive oil, and this is gonna help as well get that skin nice and crispy. And you don't really need to go the underside with it. But take that, we're gonna season the underside first. You guys know my all-time favorite go-to is Paul Prudhomme's Poultry Magic for chicken, turkey. This is my go-to. They've got a few Cajun seasonings in there, but you got your sage, thyme, herbs de Provence, everything you really need, and it's got a full flavor, but it's not extra salty or extra spicy. So you can add some salt and pepper if you're so inclined. It is not void of salt and pepper, so if you're a little less salt tolerant than maybe I am, go ahead and skip the salt. Also, I do like an added bit of rosemary for a holiday bird. Usually I will skip this step on a roasted chicken, but it adds a great punch of flavor. And then on the top, feel free to cover generously with the Poultry Magic. It is designed that way. You're going to get a better crust. It's going to look beautiful once we're done. And you're going to be packed with flavor with every bite. And then the salt and pepper. I generally like to fresh grind my pepper and put it in one of those dishes so it's easier to deal with, and whenever I'm ready to go with it. Again, let's top off with some rosemary. And we are ready for the oven. So I put that in the oven at 350 degrees. We're going to monitor it in about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. You can baste this with some Cajun butter, mix a little melted butter with this Poultry Magic. It's going to be outstanding. And then we're gonna wait till that internal temperature gets to about 170. 160 and your poultry is technically done, but it's going to have a firm bite to it, maybe even on the verge of tough. So I go at least to 170, 175 to make sure that that thing is nice and tenderoni, falling apart, juicy, juicy. For the breast meat is where I'm gonna go for 160, right past the done stage. That way it's going to contain that juice and everybody's just going to burst with flavor. All right, see you in a few hours.
Flowers waiting around the bend. Baby, let's just pretend. I wanna stay like this forever. I wanna stay right here with you. Wanna stay right here with you. As the rest we fall until it all breaks down. But I need it so I will stay around.
And we have this turkey brined up. What we're going to do is get it out of here and pat it dry. We wanted to get as much of this moisture off, like I said, on the thigh portion. We want to get as much of this moisture off. Now what I've done is taken the smoking rack and we're going to sit it over a sheet pan. That way we can drip everything away while we're patting this thing dry. Now, all over moisture. I mean, really and truly, if you've got the space and the time, what you want to do is get this thing out of the water, set it on this rack inside your refrigerator. That is optimally the best. If you can do that for a couple hours, shoot, overnight. Man, look, when you're preparing Thanksgiving, it's always so fleeting. We hurry, we do all this work, and then in one day, it's over. Take you a week. This literally could take you 7 to 10 days to prepare your turkey. So, you know, take the time, savor it. Take your time. So we're gonna start on the inside. Before I touch those seasonings, with the gloves on, I'm going to wash my hands. Again, do a good coverage with Paul, the old poultry magic. In there, in there, in there. And then some salt and pepper. Make sure that your skin is stretched tight. And once you have your hands clean, keep one hand dry and clean and one hand for patting this stuff in. Make sure the skin is tight so it's going to have the best presentation possible. Okay, let's go make sure our smoker is at 225, and we're going to set some internal probes on this thing, and we're going to cook it to 160 degrees. Let's hit it. So what I have is a Maverick XR from Barbecue Guys. Check those out on the website. They're gonna set you up. This is a 2-probe digital thermometer. I have one set for the internal temperature of the smoker, and then I have one stuck into the thickest part of the breast. You have a Bluetooth receiver we can bring inside, and you're going to basically monitor your temperature of the meat and the smoker, just in case. There's always a thermostat on these electric Dyna Glow smokers, but just in case something crazy happens, you have a backup just for that added security. The good thing about this Dyna Glow is these 2 little chunks will last for hours. So I've got some set up here in case I run out of smoke. Right, so you guys are an hour on those thighs, and I just took a peek in here, and I gotta tell you, it's about ready. You know, if we had the whole bird, roasting it, basting it, you know, you're at least 3 hours. Let's check this out here. And you want to go into, you know, the deepest part of the thigh, and you know, right where those joints are on the backbone, you know. And again, as long as you're at 170 or above, you know, we're at 184 and rising. So now we've got a great thing here. I'm going to drain the juices into a bowl, and we're going to save those and try to just let this thing rest until we get into it. All the juices will kind of set up. And if you know what I know, this is the start to some beautiful gravy. once we have the turkey cooled off, then we're ready to sort of carve it up. Now, what I like to do is save as much of this crispy skin as possible. This is one of the most sought after pieces of the turkey. Now, you don't have to keep it off in one piece, but pull it in as big a pieces as possible. To carve this up, you're basically just going to debone it. Right here is what you call the oyster. It's definitely a hidden gem, I'll tell you that much. And there's one, it's right in that joint of your thigh, right above where the leg, the thigh meets the backbone. All right, we took that out. Actually, it was about 3 hours, 2.5 hours it took to get our breasts up to 160 degrees. It actually was ranging from 162 to 164 throughout the thicker parts. We put a little bit of texture on the outside with the torch, and what we should have on the inside is just the most perfect and juicy turkey breast. And then it's got that smoke flavor throughout. Now, if you notice, you won't have the dark, aggressive color that you're used to getting on a whole smoked bird. 2 reasons. 1, because we didn't cook the dark meat at the same time as the white meat, we didn't have to go as long. 2, we didn't use an aggressive high heat smoke. We kept it at like 225, and it just cooked slowly and evenly. Okay, well, there you have it. We've got everything plated up here. What I would generally do is pull those dark pieces and lay them on in the front, and then we'll go ahead and slice the crown right off of the top. But before you get it out there, we're going to garnish our tray. I've got some rosemary. If you don't have rosemary in your yard, I strongly urge you to grow some. It's great. It smells outstanding, and it's supposed to help keep the mosquitoes at bay. Few vegetables and fruits, lemons, garlic, oranges, anything like that. You can go ahead and just plate up, and there you have it. A simple, different, easy way to do your Thanksgiving turkey. Drop comments below, but it's easy, I know that. Good food, simple, no matter what. Every day is game day. How do you virtual tailgate?
Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat foot with the bare face and a slick tongue, that's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back. She bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I padded my stats. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010, yeah, LeBron James off the backboard, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Cross need to laugh more. I keep it 100.